Hello everyone. I am coming here today to tell you that Society6 is lying. They are lying to their customers and they are lying to their artists. So if you've ever bought anything from Society6, it says every purchase pays an artist, right? Every purchase pays an artist. But guess what, guys? This is absolutely not the case. This is not true. Every purchase does not pay an artist. Sometimes they take an artist's work and they sell it and they give the artist $0, meaning 100% of the profit goes to Society6 and not even 1 penny goes to the artist. Now, how do I know this? I know this because it recently happened to me. So a few weeks back, I did an episode about Society6 making some changes. The email that went out talked about some upcoming subscriptions that will be happening, but those seemingly haven't gone into effect yet. But then they also talked about shipping fees. So basically, usually you might make 15-20% of the purchase price, but then they are going to subtract some shipping fees. So I knew about this and I hadn't yet decided whether I wanted to cancel my Society6 account or maybe just pare it down a little bit. I've actually been in the process of taking things off of my Redbubble site, but I think I might still keep the site for certain purposes, but I've decided I might want to make it a little more cohesive. And I was thinking I might do that with my Society6 site as well. But given how time intensive it is to upload things onto Society6, I don't want to casually just delete a bunch of things and then realize I want them up and then it's going to take a really long time to redo it. So I was thinking about it, but I haven't been advertising my Society6 site lately, so I hadn't expected any sales. And about a week ago, I got an email saying you have a weekly sales recap, which means I made a sale. And I got really excited. I thought, maybe I made a couple dollars. So I logged in and sure enough, I had a sale. I sold an extra small print of a rhinoceros watercolor I'd done. And I said, cool. And then it said artist earnings $0. And I was like, what? I was like, you literally just made, and I guess the person paid $8. And I was like, so you really literally just made $8. I know you have, your own costs. And I got $0, like not even a penny. And I was like, what the heck? This is, a penny would have been kind of insulting, but I was like, what? And I just really didn't feel good about that. And I was kind of stewing, saying, I wish I had deleted my site because I feel a bit ripped off that someone just made money off my artwork. And maybe it's someone I even know and they bought the artwork to support me and they actually didn't support me financially, if you know what I mean. And I was just stewing about it. But then because I had clicked on some things and visited Society6 that day, lo and behold, I got a bunch of emails advertising. And I was opening up these Society6 emails where I noticed their slogan saying every purchase pays an artist. And I was like, that is not true. And so I actually wrote them kind of steaming and I was like, hey guys, so I just made a sale and I made not even 1 penny. And so when you say every purchase pays an artist, that is actually not true, right? And they did write back, and you know what they said? They said it's not our intention that artists make $0. They said it's your fault because you set your markup too low. They said we had a 50% off sale, and then your markup was only 8%, so it worked out. So 0, yeah, so it didn't. Now the fishy thing about this is that in between me complaining and writing the email, I had gone on and I decided I didn't want this to happen again. So I changed my markups from a flat 15% across the board to 20% across the board. And no, I don't have documentation of this, but I will say my markup rate was 15% across the board. There was no 8% markup. I don't know what they were talking about. So I had this standard 15% markup on all of my items, meaning I should make 15% of the sale. So when they said that they had only done an 8% markup and then subtracted the shipping fee to get to that, well, That was also a lie because I actually had 15% markup. So even with the standard markup that they recommend all artists have, somehow when they do a sale, you might end up making nothing. That's right, Society6 can sell your work and you make nothing. Meanwhile, they will be thanking their customers and telling them that they can be proud because their purchase, every purchase pays an artist. Rubbing salt into this wound even more was that somehow this week I got another email, and you know what it said? It said, weekly sales recap, you made a sale. And I looked and it was just a repeat email of that same sale, and they're like, yes, congratulations, you made a sale and you made $0. And I went in again, and you know what? I got some more emails, and you know what they said again? Every purchase pays an artist. Every purchase is supporting an artist. And and then I got some emails from Society6 wanting to know how my experience was talking to customer service. And I wanted to say a bunch of things, but what can I do with the customer service person? They're probably making not much more than minimum wage. So I'm not really gonna go yell at her. But guys, it's not an excuse that it's unintentional. You cannot tell people, you cannot advertise to your customers that every purchase pays an artist when you're holding sales that somehow then also not only so they take 50% off the purchase price, but then apparently they're taking 50% off the artist's markup separately, if you know what I mean. So if they're saying, every time you get a sale, not only is the purchase price in half, but the markup is in half, doesn't matter if it's intentional or not. You've got to fix that, right? You can't, for example, be selling hamburgers and then you sell someone some spinach and you'd be like, it wasn't our intention. Anyway, as you can tell, I am just having a complete rant. Now, I am not going to sue Society6. I mean, what would be the point? Just like the lawyer's fees alone. And, what are they going to do? The outcome is going to be that they guarantee everyone gets a penny. I mean, that's what I was thinking. When I wrote them, I was like, don't even give a penny. I mean, that would be a way of being like, okay, it was unintentional. It was unintentional, but the solution is that if you make $0, we actually round it up and you get a penny. I mean, that would mean that every purchase supported an artist. But, as it stands, Society6 is just lying to people. They're lying to artists. If you go back and go through the episode that I talk about it, I was saying it would be far better if Society6 just change their prices and change things with the markup so it'd be more transparent, because as it is with the percentage and then the shipping costs being in separate columns, it makes it really hard for artists to know how much they're getting. So I was already saying that was being really tricky and not very transparent and not good for artists. And guess what? It has led to artists making $0. Now, if they had left that shipping column out and just change things with the markup and cost, that would never happen because you would still always get a percentage of the sale. But what is happening now is it's absolutely possible that you make no money. So you have spent your time and effort putting up things online, you have advertised them to your friends and family, and then when your friends and family go and buy, unless you're putting up a 20%, 30% markup and making yourself less competitive, you might be getting nothing from it, and Society6 is reaping 100% of the benefit, 100% of the profit off of their lies. So Society6, I am calling you out. I haven't decided exactly what to do about it. As I said, I don't want to make a rash decision and just delete everything after I spent all of that time. If I could still be making sales, for sure, I'm going to keep my markups at least at 20%. But I don't know, guys. I'm mad. Has this happened to you? Are any of you guys getting $0 from your sales? What would you do about it? What would you do? All right, guys. Sorry that that's not very inspiring, but it's just another episode with things going to with print on demand. Luckily last night I got started on some fine art, so one day maybe I can forget about it and put aside all this print on demand, or just keep dabbling in it for you guys. Anyway, hope you guys are making at least a penny on all of your sales and having lots of creative juices flowing. And until next time, keep creating.